I shared that bit about me being raised hard, and when I was young, I was depressed and anxious, and I started like behind the start line. I had a lot of room to improve and grow, and I listened to all those talks on wisdom. I shared those links with you, and those helped me, and I'd listen to them over and over, those and many, many more. Also really just liked this one website, and this gets into the spiritual religion area, right? And I respect everybody's beliefs, so long as their beliefs are pro-social. They align with pro-social. And I'm not just talking pro-social for your one little tribe. I'm talking pro-social for the whole tribe, for all of us as humans. And those beliefs, those principles of kindness, compassion, love, forgiveness, generosity of spirit, all those. So whatever your belief system, if your belief system aligns with those, man, you and I, we're right here, right? And it becomes tough when it comes time to, when that's really tested, when those beliefs are really tested, is when it's hard, and it's like, can I teach not to hit? You can't teach not to hit by hitting, right? You can't teach not to hate by hating. You got to do the exact opposite. If somebody's hating, man, you got to love them. You got to find a way to find compassion in your heart for them. And at times, if somebody's too far gone, absolutely believe, man, send them back to the recycle pile. Like if somebody's harming others, I will be the first one to pull the trigger. I will pull the trigger. If somebody's hurting other people, killing other people, I will not hesitate. And I'll have a clean conscience. It's time for you to go. So it doesn't mean there's not toughness. There's not tough compassion. There is tough compassion. There is tough love. I absolutely believe in that. But if your belief system aligns with that, then with kindness, compassion, love, forgiveness, loving those even who haven't found the love in themselves yet. That's what it's all about. And so the other place that really sort of gave me a lot of talks, which are meaningful to me, was Dharma Seed. And Dharma Seed is Buddhism. And I'm not Buddhist. I'm not Christian. I'm not Catholic. I'm not Zen. I'm not Tao. I'm not, Islam, Muslim. I'm not anything. I'm everything. I'm all of it that is good, that comes down to the core principles. And so there's a lot of really good core principles in this. And one of the things which is fascinating about Buddhism is to be a Buddhist is to not be a Buddhist. When you really realize the true teachings of Buddhism, you realize that it's all about the belief of no beliefs. And so it's that thing I was telling you where it's like, wow, those thoughts, that's just like some other noise in the background. I could place my awareness somewhere else. I don't have to believe those beliefs. So much trouble, man. So much trouble in the world is caused by people's beliefs. I believe this. I can't believe you believe that. My way is right. Let's kill those other people that believe those other things. Right? Or, just like, I can't believe you wronged me so badly. And it's like, which belief are you going to choose? Can you cultivate the skillful and don't cultivate the unskillful? And that doesn't mean you don't protect yourself, or that you don't have tough love, but the belief of no belief. So when you realize that, you realize, oh, the truth of Buddhism is to be a Buddhist is to not be a Buddhist. And that's like the big realization at the end. And then if you get to that enlightenment, you pop and then it's just all gone. I didn't cross over. I wish I had, but no sense ruin about it, lamenting it. It is what it is, right? And if it's meant to be, it'll be. And I got other duties that call me now, being a father, teaching, supporting my family, helping others. That's what's calling now. And it's like, okay, maybe some point in my life, my kids grow up, they go to school, I'll get back to meditating. I'll wear myself out and I'll pop through right before I die. It'll be cool. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So you could come in here to teachers, and there's a whole bunch of talks. And some of the talks that I really like are there's this guy, Jack Kornfield, who's got some really nice talks, and you can check him out. And then Jack Kornfield is great. And, man, it's been, I guess it's been about, I was so into this about a decade. Oh, Kitty Sorrow. Kitty Sorrow is a wonderful guy. Kitty Sorrow's great. He's got some really nice talks. He's got like a Southern Appalachian accent and talks about his journey. And I liked his talks a lot. So Jack Kornfield, Kitty Sorrow, and Sylvia Bornstein. She's like this wise elderly grandmother kind of wisdom. And so she's got some good stuff. Sylvia Bornstein right in there. And let's see, who else? Wes Nisker's pretty dang funny. Wes Nisker's like a radio personality, but I also get the vibe from Wes Nisker that he's funny, like he's trying to get people to like him, but he still has good things to share. But that's just my read. Tara Brach also has got some good stuff. None of these people are enlightened. None of them. That's just my sense. Like I went to a talk one time with this one dude, and I'm not going to say who because I don't want to spread dirt, but it was like, man, this is just all glad hatting and ego, and it was him presenting his book on being egoless. it was all like, I just smelled crap. Listen to your bull crap meter. And then Eugene Cash has got some really nice stuff. Eugene Cash, I really like his stuff, and I've listened to a lot of these people here. Anyhow, there's something to start with. If you do want to listen to a dude who's enlightened, and I have a bone to pick with this guy also, because he's doing it in a way where he makes money, and the true teaching should be free. Like the true teachings of spiritual enlightenment, that's a gift. And of the way, the road, the path, that's a gift. It was given to whoever received it, and they need to give it to whoever comes. At the same time, it'd be nice for him to earn a living, but I think he could probably do that through donations. But so he charges up the hilt. And so I have but he's as far as I could ascertain, he's fully realized. This guy's enlightened. And it's pretty powerful when the time is right, if it ever is right for you, to learn from somebody who's enlightened. And just because somebody's enlightened doesn't mean they still can't take unenlightened behavior. But this guy, I believe, is realized. And you can check him out, some of his stuff on YouTube and things like that for free. But you'll quickly realize, his CDs are all for sale, And so that's my issue with him. But he's legit as far as I could tell. And so if you're looking for an enlightened teacher, man, this is the guy. All right, so the thing I was going to say about wise village elders, and then I got off on the path of talking about I forget. I got into religion and Dharma seed and the talks, but the wise village elders. So I started out behind the line, and I had a lot of learning to do, and then I started on this path of personal growth, and I really believe that you stick with something, you got persistence and you got grit, and you could improve. It's already written. The seeds you plant today is the crop you harvest tomorrow. And you just got to put in the effort and persistence and grit and effort. That's it. And I'll guarantee you one thing. You don't put in persistence, grit, and effort, nothing's going to get better. But if you put in the persistence, grit, and effort, things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. And so, I went on this journey, and so I going to a therapist. That was part of my path. And I see therapists, there's no shame in it. I see therapists as people who have trained and studied how to live your life with less suffering and more happiness, how to be more effective, how to be more successful in life, socially, financially, because you got to be able to be socially successful and work with people and get along with people and enjoy people in order to be financially successful. It takes a team. It always does. And relationship's so important, having good relationships, healthy relationships. And so I think of therapists as the wise village elders. No shame in going to a therapist. Like, they're the wise village elders. They've studied how to live life with less suffering and more happiness. Why would you not want to go talk to them? But you got to find the right one. Same deal, right? There's a lot of people out there who trained and studied, and they're just as whacked out as ever, and they went into that job because they were trying to figure themselves out. So go shop around a little bit. I shopped around a little bit before I chose a therapist. I was like, don't like that one, don't like that one. And my bullcrap meter kind of goes off on that one, this one. And then I finally sat down with this one therapist. Like, one therapist I sat down with, it was just arguing. It was like intellectuals all in the head. And I sat down with another therapist, and I just didn't feel the vibe. I didn't feel like, this person doesn't really care. They're just doing their job. And I sat down with this other therapist, Bruce. and within the first hour I sat down, I was crying. I was like, that's the guy. I need to go to that guy. So I share this because personal journeys are, we learn from each other. And so you might be doing great in your life, but you might also not be. And you might be inspired by what I've shared to be like, maybe, I'm going to get on that personal growth path. I'm going to change some stuff. Man, I just sit on the couch. I've been feeling depressed. I'm going to get some exercise going in my life every day, half hour. I'm going to start out walking every day, half hour, every day. Importance of commitment, right? And then, I'm going to go talk to somebody about just how I've just been feeling blue, or how I haven't been able to get along with people, or gosh, I just haven't found a relationship that works in my life. When I was in college, I was the roommate that all the other roommates asked to move out. True story. True story. All my other roommates in college, they're like, in university, they're like, Todd, I can't live with you, brother. Man, you're just like, you don't do the dishes. You don't pick up after yourself. You drink all my beer. I was pretty self-absorbed. I wasn't thinking of other people. I was back here on the spectrum. I wasn't all the way to antisocial, but I was way more only thinking of self. And so maybe I inspire you. That's why I share all that. And it's not just the people who aren't successful who have this stuff. The people who are successful also probably went through this stuff, maybe still have a little bit of it. I was just listening to a talk on grit, Angela Duckworth. I was listening to the grit one, and she was talking about Steve Young. And Steve Young, who is the quarterback for the 49ers. Right? Steve Young, look at that, right there. Quarterback for the 49ers, and when he first started playing Little League, he didn't hit the ball all season. And he said, I want to quit. And his dad said, you're not going to quit. You're going to get better. And his dad, rain, sleet, snow, took him out, practiced with him. And then by his senior year, he was captain of the baseball team. And he's batting 384. And then in football, he went to BYU. He's also like doing great in high school on the football team. And then went to BYU, and he got put on like seventh. He was seventh, right? Not first string, second string, third string, seventh string. And he felt like a tackling dummy. And he said his bags were packed all year, his freshman year. He wanted to come home. And his dad said, you could quit if you want to quit, but don't come home because I'm not living with a quitter. And so he stuck it out. And in January, he started just going out every day and throwing passes. And he threw so many passes, his arm hurt. In 2 months, he threw 10,000 passes into the net, just practicing. And his sophomore year, he was second string. His junior year, he was first string. His senior year, he won the best college university quarterback in the nation. Then he went to San Francisco, and he became second string to Joe Montana. And then he's like, if I want to be the best, if I want to really get this, man, I got to learn from the best. And so he stayed second string under Joe Montana. And then finally, when he retired, he was like the best quarterback ever, the best metrics ever. You can't quit. You can't quit. You keep going. That's the way you do it. That's the power of persistence. That's the power of grit. Persistently, patiently, you're bound to succeed. So it's great stuff. And that's the power of education. That's the power of the student-teacher relationship. That's the power of changing people's lives. That's the power of authenticity right there. And I believe in this deeply. We got to let our humanity shine. You can teach facts all day long, but what good's intelligence without wisdom? What good's intelligence without wisdom? So keep it real. And give people what they came for. Teach them skills they could use, whatever it is you're teaching. And then also teach the course between the course, right? The course between the course. All this other important stuff. And know that you are engaged in the noblest of endeavors. Education is the noblest of endeavors. And you're making great positive change in the world by teaching. As an individual improves their own life, they improve the world. And as people educate themselves, that's enlightenment. They're coming out of ignorance. They're coming out of the darkness. Light is coming in to where there was darkness. You're helping them realize enlightenment in one sense of the word. Not the full bore enlightenment, but enlightenment in one sense of the word. And be yourself. Definitely have role models that you look up to as teachers. But I was just wondering, I hope I'm not out of time. I'm getting close. I can only record 30 minutes on this camera. Definitely have role models and mentors that you look up to. I got 2 left. But now I'm watching the clock. My thoughts went away. Definitely be yourself. Definitely have role models and mentors that you look up to, and like integrate their techniques into your life, and even imitate and emulate them, right? But also allow yourself to be yourself. Don't hold yourself to the standard of like, I'm not a Michael Jordan. No, you're not. You never will. You be. But you know what? When you get up to heaven, I doubt God's going to be like, Father John, why weren't you more like Moses? If there is God, he's going to say, Father John, why weren't you more like Father John? So be yourself, let your little light shine, and let it shine to whatever ability it shines. Share what you know, share what you love, go for B quality. And yeah, man, help make the world a better place. It's good stuff. All right, so that's the last little bit there on Wise Village Elders.